Solavanaka. This week on Nations Business, we'll be traveling to the islands of Kiowa and Vikumbia to bring to you the highlights of the handing over of solar freezers for fishermen on the island. Our first stop is Kiowa Island.
The underlying story of this visit today takes us back to last year. At the time, we had suggested that we will bring a solar freezer to Kiowa for the benefit of the fishermen in Kiowa Island. This is basically a program that government has initiated to help the fisher folks on the outer islands. We had started in Lau, we installed 2, and I had asked our officials that the next freezer after Lau must be Kiowa. We are hopeful that this initiative will provide an access for you to be able to store your catch from your shores much longer.
Fishing has always been the backbone for the people of Kiowa since the first settlers arrived on the island between 1947 and 1983. It has been passed down from one generation to the next, as it is their main source of livelihood.
In the past, since 1947, my forefathers arrived here. They don't have coconuts. Kiowa was not yet subdivided and planted with coconut in the coconut subsidy. So the waters around us has become the only source of providing income to our children and to our families.
The knowledge of fishing is still treasured among the men of Kiowa. However, storage of their catch has been one of their challenges over the years. Fishermen had to travel to Taviuni and Rambi to get ice, a ridiculously expensive trip. Government, through the Ministry of Fisheries, stepped in with the provision of a solar-powered freezer to help the fishermen store their fish for longer and generate business with available markets. This 6-foot solar-powered freezer has the capacity to hold 400 to 500 kilograms of fish at one time. Together with the solar panels and its installation here on the island, the project cost government approximately $13,000.
Na bakamunim na kawale bukina matantu na piti fest. Ni sama ingarebi kiotiko na vida na bagsao tin sama induri na piti fest. Kakezanga kito nganreba binakati sa solia na piti fest. Kito ba na kina bakale bisara kina prime minister na cabinet kena tambana ni ngoli wa bimbi be ko na minister ni ngoli sama iba batukana taki naka tuguni tigo na bagsao.
the handing over now completed, we now leave for Vikumbia Island, so far from Kiowa.
Starboard 5, 4 5.
Na wangango dirichunga na ziona knots na mbala buni buno kento na didibongo torchikwe onsa ulkavana mile me adobi Vikumbia.
We're now sailing to Vikumbia Island. We left Kiowa at 3 p.m. Our estimated time of arrival at Vikumbia Island is at 11 p.m. On our way to Vikumbia, Nations Business caught up with the Minister for Fisheries, Honorable Semi Koroila Visau. He spoke about government's solar freezer initiative for the remote maritime islands.
The assistance that has been provided now is provided to the rural isolated communities, especially on the islands. It is geared towards providing capability for the island communities to be able to store their fish and other marine resources. Basically, it is development from the ice plants. Most of these islands that we are installing solar freezers have a lack of water, fresh water.
Establishing an ice plant cost government approximately $1.2 million. The solar freezer program cost only $800,000.
Once we establish the ice plant, then we have to have officials to look after the ice plant. On the second hand, we will be running generators, which will consume a lot of fuel. So the whole initiative was thought out after our research last year. If there's any other alternative, then we can provide small island communities to assist them in storing fish and other products, other resources from the ocean. And that's basically what we've done.
The Ministry of Fisheries trialed the solar freezer initiative on the island of Naingani. Following the devastation caused by Tropical Cyclone Winston, it was a success.
So we installed two in Lau. One was installed in Totoya, a village of Undu. Then one at Ndoi in Onoilau. So we're installing two in Onoilau. Hopefully we will be able to figure out which is the best system that will need the least maintenance by government.
The solar freezer initiative is one of sustainability. In the past, most marine commodities are damaged because of the lack of proper storage.
We are hoping this is an aspect where they can sustainably keep their resources by refrigerating it. So they don't have to go out and fish every day. The whole idea is that if they can fish less often and then able to store it for their consumption, or if they want to sell it, then it will generate an income generating program for them. That's the whole idea about solar freezers.
Despite the geographical locations of the remote maritime islands, the Ministry of Fisheries is taking the lead role in taking services to those who need it most.
Vikumbia is similar to a lot of islands in Lau. Onoi lau, fulanga, ongea, kambara. We are concentrating our efforts there, but it also opened up open up opportunities for other government ministries to assist them. And that is what we've been doing. For 1 year now, I have been visiting with our team to the rural isolated communities. It has taken about 3 months for us to complete Fiji. We've done the whole of Vanua Levu, around Vanua Levu, Viti Levu, around the coast of Viti Levu, and also Lau, Lome Viti, and Kandau.
Iya, ini bola. We've just arrived at Vikumbia Island after 8 hours of sailing. We're just gonna get some sleep before we head over to the island tomorrow to witness the handing over of the solar freezer by the Minister for Fisheries, Honorable Seni Koroila Bisau. We have arrived at Vikumbia, and as you enter the village, the first thing that will greet you is this memorial stone containing the names of the lives lost at sea in 1995.
Kena talo ronga kena marama galambula. Nengono sa robe sau kena na kapitani. Na kena bua na useni wo me kalombe wango. Na bua na lutu ni wanga. Sa tabu kisara. Oh, usara. Na kita tahu ke apa tembuzu usara nawa. Ano merengalo tu yani.
Untuk sarang embul, kau ana marama.
Kau ana marama metal lo ana ngono sa.
Sembul cuma kau ana marama sih.
Embul cu.
Oi.
Cuma lambas.
Cuma lambas.
Iya. Ora na lakunduna lalo ni bos bambaki. Bacar tu nggo, baparau cunggo Na madang mengo sampai sini bambaki. Kira le rusubulu karua. Sibi ona ndo sana. Merongo dana kene talo berna kene kasih ke. Ndo sana sa.
Sibi.
Sibi sana ndu mudana kasih tu kuna meu. Oya le tala tala usana ni sa nditu na mati. Ersen kilatura.
This conch shell on the buoy is normally used to summon villagers into the village hall or if there are visitors in the village.
ministry ni goli ngandreva me ngaraba me baleta ne kena botoro rektaki na bebonua etu na tonda ku ni korba balanga o klasa talanga ni wasama yala tazakina ni na takaba na nongu todoko me buke sa go di kombia que to sa ko to sa mai na ka wa me yala tazaka na mbaksa ochi baleta na kena mai soli ndo na ndo pono me marro sakina sa salu etui que to sa ko to sa mai ni kuana no ndo katonu waliliwa que to ko tamena katonu waliliwa ndo ko ni bangata kina ndo na bensini se ndo abalata lendini na babura ko ko ngame na matensinga balbale ndo na marro na yau chico mera ni garabitali kina na bulara rama na non to yan sako di kombia.
$60 solar-powered freezers will be given out by the Ministry of Fisheries throughout Fiji this year. Vikumbia is one of the 2 northern maritime islands that is receiving the freezers.
Ki memsa sering ngenda ubang taka na kau ni kamele bultaki ni saru yawa kasenga ni dua na ka era mitu me marukina e ki memba bini bina kan matani ko ni sa ko mendu aro ni ki memsa bang taka sara men dua seranga na buru-buru lebu ni mamiau me ki mamingoli ka ba telanga ni lambasa isuwa e wina bono e ba ko kina ni sa do mai na katun weli o meroni buka na bika bo ya unandel gunongo
Nabi botor kita kini matin tu sa ya tu mainan do enen botorang ram tani pamadal takana na kana nanumni marau Nabi bu kisah tarik kemni cuma kana buke da kana numni waro nimbula
na kena bina mami tani bunonggo ni bunong balabu waru yawa na batau tu nanda kili bungo na ndrake babala tu ndraida kena mendavo na membuna ni to katino liungo ko bata kina sola to marabali batni randuno balabu kitu ndende tu na kena biunaik kena mara
yung domna na bubukili bisa
yung gondo na bubukili bikitungu sana ngai sulit na yalo berang kena ngasing kena maram na siwa
rere asang bangani ra libur biang golitu me bulteng balatongon ni sang cungon
ni sang kana kami maru itu no bande
maru kina
wa takina seniwanga seni bensini batake me ole kauto mana ais dian dilis mai be liman rondola wa takina seni bensini sangi tital ais yo kai me on tanga yeti kuna bitun rondola yo monge kauto mai mengge melenga tal tunanda ki mo stav tunanda kita santuna tamilang kali pun mula sana harungo tauranga ko ka bito tuni wa mizire sarao ni besa bilu makete.
Inside the village hall, a Talanoa session was held following the handing over of the freezer. Villagers raised with the Minister for Fisheries the challenges they are facing on the island.
Au sa kerker wa bibi ciwa talanga no wala turata au sa kera na tskino no mu ko ro wuri mu kena lele submerge pump kinu do na kena chereka
Ele não na bila chukina no bila chukina ya saroro ni sa e dio tu vele me tu rovata na tu ela chune kina chune runo du rosambe.
And that's a wrap from Vikumbia. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for more government development programs from the Northern Division.